Hi, everybody. Welcome to this NYSI chat. Today with me, I have Trevor Tan, and welcome to this chat, Trevor.
Hi.
So, Trevor, can you please tell everybody how old you are and what level of school you are at right now?
Hi guys, I'm Trevor and I'm currently in my first year of IB and I'm 18 years old. Yeah.
So, Trevor, can you also tell people what sport you do and explain a little bit about your sport so that they understand?
So my sport is short track speed skating. It's on the ice and it's a form of racing on the ice. So we have events like 500 meter, 1000 meter and 1500 meter. So that's about like one lap's about 111.12 meters. So for 500 meters, we do 4.5 laps, and for 1000, we do 9, and for 1500, we do 13.5 laps. It's like a knockout style racing. So the top two, there's in a race, there's about 5 or 6 skaters, and the top two will qualify on to the next round until we reach the final where the top three will be on the podium.
So, how long have you been doing ice speed skating?
I've been doing ice speed skating for about, I would say, 8 or 9 years. Yeah,
And how did you get into this sport?
I got into the sport when I was in like primary four. Uh, I just wanted to try out ice skating, and then as I tried out ice skating, I I remember watching a replay of the Vancouver 2010 Olympics, and I saw short track speed skating in it, and I was just amazed at how at the speed they were going and the angle of their skating is kind of like it defies physics, and it's also a self-propelled sport, so it's like it makes me also want to try it out. And as I started to try out short track speed skating, I started to love it more and more until where I am now. Yeah.
So you've come quite far. Please share with us what are the highlights of ice speed skating that you've experienced.
I think I think my biggest highlight is the 2020 Youth Olympic Games in Lausanne, Switzerland, because I got to meet a lot of world-class athletes over there and top youth athletes from all the different sports like cross-country skiing or like snowboarding, etc. And mainly I also got a lot of racing experience, racing with the world-class skaters from like other countries. And uh, I think it's a really good experience because for me, but personally, I didn't do so well. Didn't do as well as I expected for my races. So it kind of spurred me on to want to work harder to qualify for the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics so that I have another shot in this kind of major event again. Yeah.
Yeah, certainly going to a Youth Olympic Games is a memorable experience that will stay with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So to get this far, one of the major decisions you have made is to enter Singapore Sports School as a midstream student athlete. Um, when did you enter SSP as a midstream athlete?
I entered Singapore Sports School and in 2017 when I was in Sec 3. Yeah.
So after entering Singapore Sports School as a midstream student athlete, what was the biggest difference you noticed?
I think the biggest difference was the ability to juggle between my sports and studies when I'm in Singapore Sports School, since I do not have to take any co-curricular activities where and I'm more able to focus on my sport and also go for gym extra gym sessions when I'm in Singapore Sports School, and it really helped me to improve a lot faster as compared to when I'm in a mainstream school, because in mainstream school I'm really struggling for time to do work, homework, and also I have to go for the CCAs that are not related to my sport, which is a kind of like a waste of time. So I'm not able to focus on my sport as much as I want to. So when I actually enrolled in Singapore Sports School when I was in Sec 3, like I'm very thankful about it because I actually can focus more on my sports, and at the same time I can still maintain the level of focus that I had for my studies when I was in a mainstream school.
So now you're in IB and you're also doing an extended IB. Can you share a little bit about what an extended IB is?
So the usual IB is only 2 years, and then you take the final exam and get the diploma. Extended IB is either 3 or 4 years usually, and in the end you will still get the diploma, just that you take slightly longer, and usually is accompanied with a leave of absence, also known as LOA. So that means you train full time in maybe in Singapore or overseas. So you take 1 year off from your studies to just train full time.
So, which was what you did in 2019, right? Where you took a LOA and trained full time in Korea. Tell us a little bit about that
Yeah.
period of time.
Uh, that period, I felt like I improved a lot last year, having trained full time overseas, like 7 to 8 hours a day in Korea. For that whole year, I improved a lot, both physically and also technically. When I'm on the ice, it's a lot smoother, and uh, I can go a lot lower and faster speed, more stable. And I also feel like I gain a lot more self-discipline when I'm there alone, because I have to do a lot of stuff by myself, and also sometimes cook food for myself, do my own laundry. So I think it's a really good experience for me to grow, not just as an athlete, but also as a person, as a whole.
It was suddenly a major decision to take an LOA. How did you come to that decision?
I It was quite a easy decision for me to go overseas to train full time 1 year, because I already knew that I wanted to train as hard as I could to qualify and then do well in the Youth Olympic Games in Switzerland. And then also I'm gonna be taking another leave of absence in 2021, and that is to also to prepare myself for the qualifications, and also the qualification for the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics. And hopefully, if I qualify, I can do well in the Beijing Winter Olympics. Yeah.
So, which means that you will be taking maybe up to about 5 years to finish your IB. But because you are quite clear, you want to take the two LOAs to achieve some sporting goals.
Yeah.
Not many people your age will take this path, um, but you are quite focused on it. And I think that's quite a remarkable achievement and a sense of commitment on your part. So if there are other students out there who are looking to come to Singapore Sports School as a midstream athlete, what's your advice to them?
I think they should go for it if they're really serious on their sport, because it really does free up a lot of your time to actually focus more on your training for the particular sport that you are doing. And in sports school, you also get a lot of other help from like NYSI and the physio and the gym session. So I think it's really beneficial to go to sports school, to like if you really want to focus on your sport.
Okay, Trevor, thank you very much for your time and thank you for sharing your experience with everybody out there.
Okay, thank you.